Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with an update video just to keep you guys up to date about what's been going down. I recently did the Kast, but that particular Kast was more dedicated to the subject of next generation consoles as well as PC gaming and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I never really had a chance to kind of update you guys on what's going down. But this last week I went out hunting for a PlayStation 4 so that I could start doing PlayStation 4 coverage on day one, and it was pretty hard getting one. And you guys might be thinking, oh, it was kind of late for you, but the fact of the matter is, most of the stores that I went to, they told me that they stopped guaranteeing day one consoles on the 16th of August. So it's like, it doesn't even matter if I had thought about it like 2 or 3 months ago, because the results would have been pretty much the same. Well, 3 months ago, not so much. 3 months ago, I guess I could have still gotten it. But still, the point is, it's like it was really early when they stopped guaranteeing day one console, so to speak. But I was still able to get a guaranteed day one console. The problem is I had to buy the bundle with Killzone, which is like 50 euros more than your normal bundle, so to speak. And it's kind of stupid because I already have the review code for Killzone. So it's kind of useless. I'm probably going to give it away to a friend of mine when he purchases his PlayStation 4. So that's what's going down in regards to the PlayStation 4. So I will be going to a midnight launch, which is actually pretty close to my house. But I'm still not 100% sure what's going to happen on that midnight launch. I'm still going to try and see if I can get a regular version of the PlayStation 4. Because, like I said, I don't have that much interest in getting the one with Killzone. If there are no other options, then sure, I'll get the one with Killzone. It's better than nothing. But, yeah, that's the kind of the sequence of events. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I don't have a lot of content planned in between now and the PlayStation 4 release. I've just found myself in kind of a situation which is like, look, I just really want to cover the PlayStation 4 right now. I'm excited about the PlayStation 4. And it kind of sucks that it comes out earlier in USA and everybody's already seen it. Everybody's already done everything. Because like when I do my unboxing video, which I will, it's kind of mandatory to do an unboxing, especially because this is my very first time getting a console on day one. I've never ever gotten a console on day one. As a matter of fact, as you guys know, I was not much of a console gamer to begin with. So it's never really been that much of a big deal to me. But this time around, I feel it's going to be kind of a big deal to me. And I realize that to some of you, it might even sound like I'm going kind of on a Sony fanboy mission here. It's really not the point. It's just like I said, Microsoft is not that interested in bringing the console to Portugal, which is, as you guys know by now, where I live. So obviously, I cannot get excited for the Xbox One, even if I wanted to. And also, like I told you guys in the Kast, like all the reasoning that I have for not being that excited for the Xbox One, but I am excited for the PlayStation 4, and I am excited for actually owning a console day one of release, even if it isn't kind of day one of release, because let's face it, day one release was on the 14th of November at midnight or whatever in the US. That was kind of the real reason to be hyped, but I'm still kind of hyped for getting it on the first day that it's out in Portugal. So I'm really just kind of like my whole creative energies are kind of on a down spiral right now, because it's like I'm just kind of waiting for the PlayStation 4 so that I can start covering that heavy duty style. And I just don't have anything else that I really want to work on right now. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know of any games that you would like me to have a look at. I mean, I know that some people sometimes, a couple of people have asked me to have a look at some strategy titles, but strategy is definitely not my thing. And it's like I saw a lot of games that I'm not that experienced on, but strategy is just, Jesus Christ. Getting into an RTS right now is really hard. The only RTS I've ever really played for real is probably StarCraft. I've played some Command and Conquer also back in the day, a long time ago, but StarCraft is really the only thing that I ever really kind of gotten into. And recently I've even found myself just the titles that I really want to play, like that I really feel like playing right now, because these are titles that I haven't been playing because I've been dedicating myself to covering other games and whatnot. But the titles that I really want to play kind of for fun right now are Soul Sacrifice, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, because I can't really play any other Monster Hunter title because I don't own a Wii U, and to be completely honest, Wii U's are just like retardedly overpriced. Like when I went to pre-order my PlayStation 4, which is going to cost like 400 something euros, I took a look at Wii U's because I was like, man, if Wii U's were like cheaper, I'd totally buy one to play Monster Hunter Try Ultimate. And it's like the Wii U's they had there were selling for like 300 euros, and I was like, what the fuck? Like seriously, 300 euros for what, a console that has hardware that is comparable to a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360? Are you kidding me? Come on. I thought that was ridiculously overpriced, but then again, that might just be me. I know there's going to be some Nintendo people wanting to kick my ass, and go ahead, kick my ass. I'm just saying. I think the thing about it is also that probably for Nintendo people, the console has more value than to me, because they want to play those Mario titles and those Zelda titles and Metroid and Mario Kart and whatever. And whereas me, it's like I see it as a much less valuable system, because the only thing I really want to play in it is Monster Hunter, and that is the reason why I can't buy a system to play one game. It makes absolutely no sense. And then, like I was saying, I mean, the titles that I want to play right now is like Monster Hunter-like titles. So I'm talking Soul Sacrifice here, the actual Monster Hunter Freedom Unite that I own on my Vita, which is actually a PSP title. It's so damn old, the damn thing. And Ragnarok Odyssey. I also really wanted to play Ragnarok Odyssey, and it's just, I'm stuck in this cycle where I want to play these games and I want to record these games, and I can't because it's not comfortable. And you guys know, I mean, in order for me to actually do proper commentary whilst still recording it, I need to be in a comfortable position. As a matter of fact, the video that you're watching in the background right now is a video that I wanted to release for you guys. I actually have the live commentary of that video, but I just thought that the live commentary of the video that you guys are watching in the background was complete and utter garbage, because I spend more time concerned with, is this thing actually in focus? Is everything okay with the camera? Have I touched the tripod? And you know, you're just thinking about all this stuff, and you can barely even focus on the damn game. And I think you can even tell by the way that I'm playing. I think I'm probably playing pretty sloppy. And it's just very frustrating to me. I mean, these past few days I've been really frustrated because, like, I really want to record Vita footage, and I just can't. Like, even today I was like at a point where I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm buying it. That's it. I went to the website and everything, and I look at that price, and just every single time it's like the Vita with a capture kit, it's more expensive than a PlayStation 4. And I'm just thinking to myself, there's no way I can justify that kind of an expense, especially if, heaven forbid, something goes wrong with the damn thing. It's like there's no warranty on it. What am I going to do? Ship it back to Japan? Are you kidding me? The reason why I would even buy a PlayStation Vita with the capture card already included is precisely so I wouldn't have to ship a Vita to Japan for them to, like, because if I knew for certain that everything would be all right and that I could just send my Vita over and they would fix it and send it back and there would be absolutely no problems, hell, I would send my Vita over there. I have no issues with that. But the thing is, I mean, once you've been around this kind of stuff, particularly when it involves Portugal, because Portugal is just so crappy when it comes to ordering stuff from abroad. Like, stuff gets delayed over and over. Like, I've had to wait on stuff that's coming from, let's say, Canada, or stuff that's coming from even England sometimes. It takes weeks, sometimes months, for stuff to get here. It is ridiculous. So for me to even consider shipping over a Vita, which cost me quite a bit, even though it was on discount, I mean, to me, to buy something like a toy, so to speak, even though I use it for work, of course, but it is still kind of like a toy that, for me to buy a toy like that, it's a big investment. I mean, even the PlayStation 4, it's a huge investment. It's going to be 450 euros if I'm not able to exchange it for a regular model. I mean, because I'm gonna try. When I get to the store, I'm gonna try and see. Look, can you change this for the regular version? Maybe they've received more regular versions. Who knows? But that's where I'm getting at. You know, it's so messed up. The investments that you have to make and the return that I see on any of this stuff is really small. So I'm thinking like, look, 450 euros, not even euros, dollars, $450 for one of these hard modded Vitas, but it's just so frustrating because I know that at the end of the day I can't justify that expense, and then Sony goes out and does the whole PlayStation Vita TV thing launch on Japan, and I was like, man, I'm gonna import one of those. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna flat out import one of those. And then there's like a white list of games that work, because not all of the games work, and some of the games you can like use the European version, some of them you cannot. It's so vague. You can't even use a European or North American PSN account with the PlayStation Vita TV right now. So even if I were to import it, most likely I wouldn't be able to use it with a majority of the titles, which would make the damn thing pretty useless, wouldn't you agree? So I still don't know what's happening with that, but I would just like to have an official Sony licensed product to be able to capture the Vita, because I believe that the Vita has so much potential. I believe that a lot of people are too busy saying that the Vita doesn't have any titles to actually realize the Vita does have titles, and I really want to showcase those titles to people. I have been doing so, but I feel I could have done a much better job, and every time that I have to capture a Vita game, I get a headache. I literally get a headache because I'm always thinking, okay, I need to capture it like this. I need to position the camera like so. I need to do something. And you guys look at the footage in the background. It looks whitewashed. It's grainy. It's all kinds of bad. And this is the best I can possibly do to capture a Vita. And the position that I have to put myself in, it just kills me. It is not comfortable at all, and you're watching on top of the camera. And I've even improved it slightly, because I even bought like this micro HDMI cable for my camera. Or is it mini HDMI? I don't know. It's a smaller version of the HDMI cable, which then goes to regular HDMI, so that my cable actually outputs to a monitor, and then I can actually see what I'm doing better than looking above the camera. But it's still pretty damn crappy, and at the end of the day, it's still not a proper solution for me to actually capture, because it's one of the things that I almost dream of, is to be able to finish my recorded playthrough of Soul Sacrifice. I want to play more and more Monster Hunter. I definitely want to showcase more of Ragnarok Odyssey, because I think those games are amazing. I would also love to show you guys some more of Persona 4 Golden, because that's always a lot of fun as well. And it's just, I'm constantly frustrated because just the sheer setup time, like for instance for the footage that you're watching on the background, it took me like about over an hour or so to like actually set up the camera, set up the Vita positioning, set up the audio, set up everything. And at the end of the day, it's just frustration on top of frustration, and I don't know. I think that for these next couple of days, I'm going to mostly just live stream until the PlayStation 4 actually gets here, because I mean, I already have content to show you guys, but it's basically pieces of a live stream that I've already done, which I even mentioned it on Facebook and Twitter, and it got like the most likes of anything that I've ever posted. When I posted that, which was basically me saying, look, there's a playthrough of me doing the whole self-grave lorded and aggressive mod thing and whatever. And at the end of the day, also, something that I would also like to mention about that is that I don't like the aggressive mod at all. I actually think that the aggressive mod is, I don't want to say a bad thing, but I just don't like it. I don't think it's a very good I don't think it's a very good addition to the game, because it essentially breaks the game on a lot of levels. And whereas people might say, oh, but it gives you a different sense and all this other stuff, I believe that the thing that I'm saying right now, I even say it at the very ending of that particular live stream, but The thing is, I feel that if you want to have a different experience in Dark Souls, you should do something that was kind of envisioned by the developers, which is the self-grave lorded. The self-grave lorded, I think, is really good. I think it's a lot of fun. Especially because those cherry, as I've come to call them, those cherry phantoms are actually really tough. They're a lot tougher than your average enemies in normal game. I'm not sure if that's because they were designed for New Game Plus, and maybe they have the stats of New Game Plus monsters, but they are really tough. Even just regular hollows, like, they will wreck your shit if you're not careful. So that is a lot of fun, but having the aggression mod on the middle of that, I think it actually just spoils things. Because here's the thing, a lot of people seem to be under this impression that the aggression mod actually makes the game harder. I disagree. I don't really think that the aggression mod makes Dark Souls harder, because you can actually, a lot of times you will actually be able to choose where you want to fight monsters. And there's a lot of exploits that can be done. Like, I'll be honest, I used exploits, and not like hacks or anything like that, but like I attacked monsters through walls and stuff like that. Because going through Enerlanda without doing stuff like that was just like, oh my god, it was frustrating as hell. Because Enerlanda is such a tightly packed area that you just get a ton of Silver Knights and Cherry Silver Knights and all that stuff just coming at you non-stop. And it's, before you can even get through that, it's ridiculous. At least in normal game. Like, maybe in New Game Plus, you get yourself some more gear or something like that, and maybe it becomes manageable. But on normal game, it is just ridiculous. So yeah, that playthrough is coming to the channel. It's going up. It's already scheduled and everything. It's going to be going up every single day at about, at about the live stream upload schedule. Because, I mean, I've kind of came up with this unofficial live stream upload schedule. I mean, if you guys are aware, usually most of my videos, if you pay close attention to them, every single time that I release like my normal videos, they will either be at 16:30 GMT time or GMT +1, depending if it's daylight savings or whatever. But usually whatever Portugal's time is, which is most of the time, it's GMT. So usually most of my videos will go up at 4:30 in the afternoon or 8:30 in the afternoon. 8:30 being kind of like my prime time, so to speak. And everything that I usually tend to do on live streams recently, I've been uploading at about 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. GMT, like, I think it's about, 10 episodes, 9 episodes? I think it's 10 episodes, the live stream highlights. Not even highlights, it's the full live stream. The live stream of me doing the self-grave lorded plus aggression mod thing. So that's going to be like 10 episodes. I mean, there's definitely content for you guys to watch, which is why I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be doing any other specific videos in the meantime. Because, like I said, my creative focus is just like thinking PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4. And like me trying to do other things, I'm not sure it's going to go well. Even though I actually do want to, I'm considering bringing 2 games to you guys' attention, 2 older games, because I've noticed that a lot of people are only this Christmas going to be getting the PlayStation 3. And that is because obviously financial situations and whatnot, and there's going to be, now that the new consoles are out, there's going to be a ton of discounts on the PlayStation 3 and all that stuff. So I might be taking a look at 2 titles that I don't think I featured on my channel before. I probably mentioned them, but I don't think that I featured them. One of those titles is Vanquish. So I want to make a video on Vanquish, despite the fact that this is a pretty cool game already. But it is still a really good, solid game for those of you who haven't played it yet. I mean, there's other choices for those of you that are going to buy the PlayStation 3 this Christmas, despite the fact that they're probably most YouTube channels that are doing gaming content are going to basically kind of take a dump on the PlayStation 3 right now, and on the Xbox 360. I plan on continuing to supply PlayStation 3 content because, like I said, there's going to be still lots of people out there who are only now going to buy a PlayStation 3 simply due to monetary reasons. And I can totally sympathize with that. So I definitely want to keep on bringing some of that PlayStation 3 content. It's just like I said, this particular week, the launch week of the PlayStation 4 in Portugal, is just my creative juices are just flowing totally in that particular direction. I just want to talk about that particular hardware. I want to look at it. I want to see how it performs. I want to see how the games perform. I want to take a look at the kill zone. I want to take a look especially at Resogun. Resogun just looking so damn good. But for those of you that will be getting the PlayStation 3 this particular Christmas, do not worry. I plan on continuing supporting that on my channel. I would even support Xbox 360, but I can't justify that investment. If Microsoft wants to give me one for free, sure. I'll have a look at whatever you guys want to send me. But, yeah. So I definitely want to show you guys some Vanquish. That might be something that might happen next week sometime. And I also want to show you guys some Lost Planet 2 for those of you who've never watched that, because these are two really great titles that you can still get for the current in Europe and last everywhere else. Well, not really everywhere else. In Japan. Japan's not getting the new generation either. They're going to get that later in March or something. But, yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to be showing you guys some more PlayStation 3 stuff. It's just, like I said, right now I might kind of like just do some more live streams this week. At least is the plan. I want to do some Dragon's Dogma, but I really don't want to start like an actual playthrough on YouTube of Dragon's Dogma, because I thought about it, but it's like that starter phase, I feel it's kind of boring because a lot of you have already seen it. So I might do it on a live stream because that way you guys can interact with me while I'm doing it, and it's kind of more entertaining. So just kind of stay tuned to my live stream throughout this week. I'm not sure that I'm going to be posting updates on YouTube every single time because it's just annoying as hell to just make video. I mean, I might just make a generic video like, hey, I'm live streaming, whatever's on the title or whatever. As a matter of fact, that actually sounds like a really good idea, and I'll just upload that video every single time that I do a live stream. Seems like a better plan than having to record a video every single time that I'm doing a live stream. Also, as you guys are aware by now, every time that I do the Unit Lost live stream, I plan on live streaming myself. So there actually is like a set schedule for live streaming, which is Wednesdays at 7 p.m. GMT time. Even though I'm not sure we're going to be able to make that this week because I'm not sure if you guys saw Stylosa's update video where he talks about his condition and that he's having some medical issues and whatnot. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping all the best for him, but I'm not going to like be pushing him. Hey, come on, man, we got Dark Souls to stream when the guy's like friggin' like stoned off his head or whatever in medication. So, I mean, obviously health comes first, even though I tend not to. I tend to take the. It's interesting because he kind of takes the same attitude as me, which is like, I'll just soldier through it. If you guys notice in his video, he kind of mentions that he knows he has this condition. He still kind of keeps on living his life like nothing's wrong. It was kind of the same way that I tend to do things. I tend to like, I have issues with insomnia, with my liver, even though my liver is not really that much of a problem anymore. But with allergies and stuff, I don't know. I have lots of issues as well, and I'm just like, I'll just soldier through that shit. That's the way we do it. But yeah, that's some stuff that's happening. I definitely want to do more YouTube stuff this week, but like I said, I'm just more excited about friggin' PlayStation 4 is just on my mind. I think it's on everybody's mind in Europe, really. I think everybody's excited about the start of the next generation, even though a lot of people on YouTube are talking about resolutions and friggin' frame rates and this and that and the other, and I understand it is kind of important for some people, the frame rates and the resolutions, but that's actually a topic for another video. As a matter of fact, I might just do a couple of more videos like this with me talking some gameplay in the background and just talking about stuff throughout this week, because like I said, I really don't. The creative influence is just not there for me to do like a full playthrough of a game right now. I really want to start on the new hardware, and that's just kind of my situation at the moment. But I hope I see you guys in my live stream. Make sure to check it every now and then, because, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be doing things. But, yeah, I realize this video is probably it's probably really unclear, because I'm even having trouble expressing myself, which is not really that usual, but it's just my head is a complete and utter fucking mess right now, because I just keep thinking about all this. Like I said, my head is just a mess. Creatively, I'm a complete and utter mess. Either way, hope you guys understand the overall message of the video. I'm going to continue to be frustrated until Sony and the PlayStation team decides to provide us end users with a solution to capture PlayStation Vita footage, because there is no way that I can personally spend $450 on a PlayStation Vita that has absolutely no warranty, and that it's coming out of Japan. And it's like, as much as I really want to properly capture Vita footage, is just ridiculously frustrating. The other thing that is very frustrating is, I found the other day, I was looking at the prices because I wanted to buy Muramasa. I've played Muramasa on the Wii, and I wanted to buy Muramasa for the Vita, and I was like, yeah, I'd totally buy this. So I go and I look up the price, and it's like 50 euros. I was like, what the hell? What the hell, man? It's a PlayStation Vita title that was already out for the Wii. What the hell is wrong with you people? 50 euros. Jesus Christ. I mean, I have no doubt that it's worth it, but holy crap. I tried getting in touch with the developer of Muramasa to see if they would send me a key or something, but they never got back to me. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like... I think it's Xseed. Is it Xseed? Almost certain it's Xseed, but I've tried getting in touch with Xseed also because I want to play their game Ragnarok Odyssey, which I'm not even sure when that's going to come to Portugal. They just don't get back to me. It's one of those companies that I think they still kind of don't understand how YouTube works and whatnot, how they can benefit from it, which is sad. I wish more companies knew how they can benefit from that stuff. I think I kind of sound like a broken record because I keep harping on this stuff. But either way, stay tuned. Leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff. It seems that you guys enjoyed watching me doing some PvP in Dark Souls, so maybe I'll do that on one of the live streams this week. I don't know. We'll see. As usual, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.